My wife and I agree on some things. But right now, we are completely at odds. You see, it's July 2020, and she suggests that this might not be the best time to be buying a boat. I sailed at university, I've crewed on friends' boats, I passed my RYA day skipper, and I've even chartered bareboat twice. But I've never fixed up a boat. I've never even owned a dinghy. I've watched a lot of YouTube, but this is my first boat. There are always boats for sale on the club board, but this was a first, a boat within our budget. It was a Jouster, a 21-foot Westerly Jouster. They started building these the year after man walked on the moon. They made about 150 and stopped 5 years later, around the time David Bowie was at #1 with Space Oddity. The Jouster is the more racy version of its sister, the Westerly Warwick. Basically the same boat with a toilet and headroom. Thank you Jack Lauren Giles for catering to so many corners of the market. At 5'6", I would have only 11 inches to stoop. A test sail quickly confirmed that the boat does have a main and a jib, and they look in pretty good shape. I also spot a rudder, useful, a pole, and a bowsprit. I'm told there's a spinnaker somewhere below, or it could be an ASIM. Still, 3 sails in the wardrobe? It's not a bad start. This Jouster had a major overhaul in 2015, a full new rig at the tender age of 40. A trailer sailor with 2 outboards, solar panels, and 3 reefing lines. Even if the bilges are flooded, the sum of all these parts might not be far off the asking price. With my wife's reluctance in mind, I offered $4,000, conditional on checking the hull and being sure the swing keel swung. So does the boat have osmosis? It's 50 years old, of course it does. Will the keel fall off the next time we sail? Possibly. Has it been anti-fouled in the last 5 years? Clearly not. It did look like it had been beached on rocks a few times though, and after seeing the amount of seafood down there, the price dropped another $750. We bumped elbows and eagerly signed the transfer papers. What I didn't know yet was what was hidden in the lockers below. So, keen to see what I was getting for my $3,250? I've come to find out. The upholstery is spotless. The bilges are still dry, and there are lots of ropes. It's Christmas morning, in need of Jif. Rope, blocks and shackles aren't all there is on board.
So there is a chance that we might have landed ourselves a bargain, which is good to know. We won't know for sure until we check out the hull. That's worrying me a little bit, but let's see. Everything above the water looks pretty good, and if all else fails, we'll sell the sails and make our money back.
This is our dress rehearsal, our chance to make some mistakes before we can afford something 2 or 3 times the length. And as I explained to my wife that evening, in times of crisis, it's important to spend your last dollar of savings on something you really don't need.